Mm-hmm. Hey moms, sorry we're getting starting a little late, but welcome to our 25-minute core intensive mommy and me workout. I hope you are as excited as we are. I'm Stephanie. I am a pelvic floor physical therapist and the co-founder of Chelsea Method. We help guide women through navigating the pregnancy and postpartum recovery journey so they can be better than ever. If that's something you want, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so that you don't miss any of our future videos. This is my daughter, and she has a little snack bar going on over here. If you joined us last week, you saw that she was literally trying to nurse for me while I was working out. So I'm more prepared with some snacks on set. Before we get started, I just want to go over a couple things. First, please make sure you're cleared by your doctor for exercise. If you are currently doing one of our birth recovery programs, this workout is great to do if you're beyond the rehab phase. If at any point you are feeling faint or dizzy or have pain in your body, please just stop the workout. So many of us are still breastfeeding, we're not sleeping through the night, and we're exhausted. You okay? So listen to your body and go at your own pace. And if you need to pause, just go ahead and pause. Today, we're going to be doing some interval training. We're going to be working hard for 45 seconds and then taking a break for 15 seconds. Last week, I'll be honest, I had some back pain after the workout because I was so distracted by her. I wasn't really paying attention to my form. So we're going to be talking more about form today, and we're going to be more intentional about how we do the exercises. And we're going to start with some core engagement to make sure that our back and our core is really being stabilized and turning on. If your baby gets crying and fussy like mine did last week, do whatever you need to do. You can pause the video and always just come back later. Babies come first. I also brought some toys and some food to help entertain her, so that might be really helpful for you. And one last thing, let's just go over how to hold your baby. So Samara here, she is almost 9 months, and she has great head control, and this string is her favorite toy. So I can hold her either on this hip side pose here, but I don't love this because as you can see, you almost have to put your hip out a little bit to hold your little one. And we want to make sure that we're more of a neutral position. So if you are doing this side hold, really try to stay in that center neutral position. You could also do this outward facing hold where you're either coming across and holding their leg, or you're holding them like a little chair, providing support underneath and across the chest. If you have a little one and they don't have great head control, please hold them facing in and make sure to support their head. No. And then you could also support their head in more of like a cradle pose like that. So those are your options. If you have any questions about any of that, please just drop a comment in the chat box. And please introduce yourself as well if you're here live with me. I'd love to hear from you. And let's get started. I'm gonna grab this, press this, and we are actually going to start on our backs. So let's lie down. And let me just walk you through what we're gonna do first. So we're going to start with some pelvic tilts just to really wake up our core. And a lot of times when people do pelvic tilts, they're sort of not thinking about it. They're just rolling forward and back. But I want you to be really intentional with the how you perform this. So what I'm going to have you do is you're going to breathe in, and then on the exhale, you're going to say shh, and you're going to slowly tilt up so that you're pressing your lower back into the ground. I want you to think that your lower back, or where your sacrum is in the sort of in between your butt cheeks, is really heavy into the mat, and then it stays heavy as you roll forward and stays heavy as you roll back. So that's what we're going to do. So let's take a deep breath in and roll forward, and exhale, shh, and roll up. You should really feel your deep core muscles turning on. We're going to keep going. Breathe in. Exhale, shh, breathe in. Exhale, shh, breathe in. Exhale, shh, and go lifting up and in and keeping that pelvis heavy into the mat. Hey, girl. Breathe in. Good. We got 20 more seconds. Breathe in. Keep going. Really pressing that pelvis and lower back into the ground, keeping it heavy. Last one. Great job. That should have been a nice wake up for our core. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to get into more of a neutral place. We're going to breathe in. We're going to exhale. Engage your core. Feel how that activates your core. You're going to maintain that there as you drop one leg out and come back in. Drop the other leg out and come back in. Go ahead. Let's get started. You can join me. Good. Other leg out. Come back in. As we're doing this, really focus on keeping your pelvis perfectly still. So we're not rocking our pelvis side to side. We're maintaining this deep core activation that we got on that exhale. And then we're maintaining our pelvis very still, and all the motion is happening at your hips. And go nice and slow. This is more about control and connecting the deep core control to our brain than it is about moving our leg. I know you can move that leg out. Keep going. Really focused on keeping that drawn in. Excuse me. Hey, girl. Good. Last one on each side. Good. And let go. All right. So next what we're going to do is marching. And this is up to you as far as how advanced you want to take this. So we can stay right where we are and lift up one leg and come back down. Lift up the other and come back down. Again, the goal is keeping the core in, keeping the pelvis perfectly still. If that feels easy, you can bring up both legs into more of a tabletop position and tap one leg down, tap the other leg down. Just make sure, take a quick look down that you're not bulging. If you have a diastasis, that's not pressing through. So go ahead, decide which one is your level, and we're gonna start. So take a deep breath in, exhale with a shh. If you're going to tabletop, lift one leg up, then lift the other, and then drop one heel down and come up, and drop the other heel down and come up. If you're the other, if you're doing the other version, which is just the marching, you're just lifting up one leg and bringing it back down, and lifting up the other leg and bringing that back down. Good. Keep going. We got 30 more seconds here. Great job. Woo, I don't know about you, but my core is already working really hard. Really make sure that you're not overly arching your back, that you're keeping your back in a nice neutral position. Good. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back down. I'm going to grab my daughter. Come here, girl. What you doing? All right. Next, what we're going to do, here's your little hammer. Next, what we're going to do is we're staying in this position, and we're going to bring one leg up, the other leg up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale so you feel your core. Take both of your hands, gently press them into your thigh, and we're going to kick out one leg and reach out one arm, come back in, and you're going to kick out the other leg, reach that arm out, and come back in. Only go to as far as you can go without any bulging, doming, losing that control of the lower back. If that looks like this, like you're barely moving, that's perfect. Please just pay attention to where you need to be in your body. And if your little one is crawling all over you like mine, you don't have to include the arms. You can just do the leg kick up. It's good. We got 15 more seconds. Hey, girl. She just started saying mama. Hi. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. So let me show you what we're going to do next. If your little one's around and wants to hang out with you, then go ahead and put them on your pelvis. You're going to bring your knees up. You could also, if they're old enough, you can bring them here. Yeah, you like that. So I'm going to have you go ahead and lift that tailbone up, drop them out to the side, lift that tailbone up in the center, drop them out to the side. Hey, if the side is too much, you don't like that anymore. If the side is too much, you can just go up and then down. So we're thinking of lifting our tailbone up towards the ceiling. So if you can lift up and then drop down, lift up and drop down, then we're just getting a little bit more oblique work. Hey girl, oh, you're trying to nurse again. This girl loves nursing. Good. Keep going. And we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Whew, okay. Next, what we're going to do is where are you going, girl? We are going to do a more advanced version of what we did with the kick out. We're going to lift up in more of a curl. We're going to have our hands overhead, and we're going to do opposite arm leg kick out. Again, if that's too much, you can do it here. But if you're able to, go ahead and curl, lift up, kick out opposite arm leg, opposite arm leg. All right, we got 5 seconds until we start. Come here, girl. Come here. All right, lift up, arms up, opposite arm leg, come back in, opposite arm leg, come back in. And I'm checking and making sure that I'm not bulging, I'm not doming, that I'm able to keep my abdominals in, that my lower back is really pressed into the ground. Hey, girl. Excuse me, I need my arm. Good. We got 15 more seconds. I'm going to lift up a little bit more. I could feel myself sort of slacking down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay. Next one might be kind of hard depending on how big your little one is, but I'm going to grab Samara. Hey girl, come here. And if you don't have a little one, you can always just use some weights, but we're going to come into this 90-90 position. We're going to slowly lift overhead and come back. And even that lift, you can feel, ooh, my upper abs are working real hard. All right, so let's go ahead and get into that position. Bring your knees up into 90-90, lift overhead, and come back. You know, she is teething like crazy right now, so I might get some drool in my face. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Hi. Hi. No, okay, you don't like that anymore. It's okay. All right, we could also go up and up. Let's keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, I'm gonna put her down. All right, so let's give our core a little bit of a break, and we're gonna work on our glutes, which technically are part of our core. Now what we're gonna do is, if your baby is cooperative, you can put him or her on your hips, and we're just gonna come and do some bridges. So we're going to bring both your heels closer towards your butt, and you're going to push through your heels and reach your knees away from your core. We don't want to put pressure up on our neck. So really reach long away from our core. Good. So we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up and reach. Come back down. Up and reach. Come back down. Keep going. All right. I think you're hungry. You should go to your little snack bar. You want mom. Keep going. Hey, girl. Good. And for last 10 seconds, let's lift up and just pulse, pulse, pulse. Sorry, we're going for 15 here. Good. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come down. Let that rest. Or let your glutes rest. What are you doing? You being silly. All right.
We're going to come back up into that bridge position. So do that with me. We're going to hold that there, and we're just going to march our legs, trying to keep our pelvis nice and still. And we're going for 45 seconds here. Hey, you. I can feel myself slowly lowering, so I'm being intentional of bringing it right back up. Excuse me, no, we're not playing with that. Oh my gosh. You're doing a great job. And we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come back down. Good. All right. We're going to take a quick water break, and then we're going to do some more stuff in standing. So let's stand up. I have slobber all over me. Did you find your snacks again? Whew. So hopefully you feel super engaged in your core. And we're going to use that engagement that we just worked really hard for to make sure that we're keeping our spine in a really good position with the rest of these exercises. All right, so we're going to start in 10 seconds. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to squat down, lunge to the left, lunge to the right. If you have your baby, you can hold them. Let's go. Squat down, lunge to the left, lunge to the right. Squat down, lunge to the left, lunge to the right. Squat down, lunge to the left, lunge to the right. Keep going. Squat down, left, right, squat, left, right, squat. We're getting our heart rate up. I don't know about you, but I was super out of breath last week doing these as well. Good. Last one on each side. And squat, good. All right, 15-second break. The next thing we're gonna do is alternating curtsy squats. So we're gonna bring one leg behind, squat down, and then the other leg behind, squat down. We're just gonna alternate like that for 30 seconds. Hey girl, or 45 seconds. Let's get started. Curtsy squat, other side. We're just going back and forth. If you are holding your baby like I am, and you want a little bit of a extra challenge, you can do this Superman out and back in. I like to hold her like that versus just underneath her arms. She doesn't seem to like that as much. Ooh, my heart rate. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a break. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into a squat and we're just going to walk side to side. So we're doing a little bit of a lateral side walk, side to side walk, staying in that deep squat. Let's go, deep squat, walk to the side, other side. Whew. It's amazing how just adding the weight of your baby makes movements like this so much harder and really challenges you cardiovascularly. That's good. As moms, we have to be strong. We have to, stay healthy for our family, for our kids, and to be able to be active with our little ones. My thighs are on fire. If you feel like you've come up a little bit, squat down a little bit lower. I know it's the last thing you want. And stand up. Woo, shake out those legs. Okay. Last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be on one leg, and if you need to hold on to something for balance, please do. We're just going to have a slight knee bend. We're just gonna hinge forward, come back up, draw that leg up. The good glute exercise. We're gonna do it on this side so you see. Let's go. Kick back, and then come forward, and kick back, and come forward. And if you have a little one where you don't feel safe doing this, please put them down or hold on to something. Kick back and come forward. You know, single leg work is so good for your hip, staying strong through your hip. And strong hips are very important when it comes to stability in our pelvis and our core. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Same thing on the other side. Shake out that leg. Whew. All right. Let's get on our other side. We're going to do the same thing here. Slight knee bend, hinge forward, and then bring that leg up. Hinge forward, bring that leg up. Whew. Hinge forward, and bring that leg up. Go nice and slow, really trying to keep that balance. You can see even I'm struggling with that. So I'm going to slow it down. Are you yawning? You just woke up from a nap. Okay. We got 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3. I'm just going to put her down. 2, 1. All right. Let's get down onto our hands and knees. Come here, Samira. You want to hang out with me here? Come here, we'll cue up this little book. So we're going to get on our hands and knees, and I want you to think of making sure you're drawing your belly button towards the spine and your back is flat. Have your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, so look down. We really want to make sure we're good in a good alignment here. So let me show you what we're going to do. I'm going to have you kick back one leg and reach the opposite arm away from each other without overextending or arching your back. So keep that back as flat as possible. And then we're going to come back in and we're going to do the other side. So go as slow as possible, really trying to maintain your form. And we are going to start in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Reach the arm and come back in. Other side. Come back in. Go nice and slow. I'm going slow because I rewatched the video we did last week and I realized when I was doing exercises on my hands and knees, I was really way overarching my back, and that's not what I want. So I'm going slow to be really intentional about getting my core to do what it's supposed to do and stabilize my back. Good, keep going. I'm giving us a little bit extra time here so that we are doing the exercise well. That really matters. Good, we got 10 seconds. Good, and 5. Hey girl, come here. Come here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next, what we're going to do, hey, Samir, come here. Come here, look. Play a little hammer. We're going to get back into that position. We're going to lift up into a hover position. We're going to step out into plank and come back in. Let's go. Lift up, step out, come back in. Same thing. You don't want to overly arch in your lower back. So keep that belly button in. I'm also not wanting to bring my butt up in the air. I'm wanting to keep it low. We have 20 more seconds here. I know this is hard, especially for your arms. But it's so important to strengthen our upper body as moms. We're doing so much lifting and carrying and pushing and pulling. And honestly, too many of us are really weak in our upper body. And that's where we end up having issues. All right, and let's rest. Whew, shake that out. If that doesn't feel good on your wrists, if that extension you don't like, you can always come into a fist pose or position. All right, next what we're going to do is we're going to hover, step out to plank, and we're going to do shin taps back and forth. Let's get started. Right, tapping. If you don't like this position, you can always come do a hover, which is a smaller position. or more narrow. But if you feel comfortable doing that plank, come all the way back into that plank. Keeping that belly button pulled in. 10 more seconds, we're almost there. Whew. And last one. And let's rest. All right, we got one more thing in this position, and then we're moving to our sides. The last thing are mountain climbers. So I'm gonna have you getting back into that plank position, bringing that leg not only up, but a little bit up and across, okay? If that's hard, you don't like that plank position, and you're not controlling your abdomen there, you can come into a hover and do it here. You ready? We're just doing this one for 30 seconds. Let's come into a hover, step out to plank if you can, bring that knee up and across. Oh, I'm tired and sweating. And honestly, my arms are having the hardest time. I'm gonna come into that hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo, shake out those arms. That was hard. That was really hard. All right, let's lay down onto your side. Samira, come here. Come here. You can either grab a pillow, you could lie down with your arm, but actually for the first one, we're not doing either of that. I'm gonna have you bring your elbow right underneath your shoulder, bend both of your knees, take your top arm, push through that bottom arm, lift up, and come back down. Let's go. So we're doing one more upper body thing, because again, it's just so important as a mom to be strong in her upper body. Keep going. Keep thinking of drawing that belly button towards the spine. Even though you're in a sideline position, it is just as important to keep that core engaged. Whew. And 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Hey, Samira, come here. Do you want your favorite string? You want your favorite string? Come here. Come here. All right, next what we're going to do is lie down on your side with your pillow. You're going to straighten out your legs. Actually, bend the bottom leg. Straighten out the top leg. We're just going to reach it up and come back down. Up and come back down. And as you're doing this, same thing, draw that belly button towards the spine. I want you to keep your pelvis stacked. So I'm not lifting up like this by side crunching. I'm keeping my pelvis right where it is, and this is all coming from my hip. So we're gonna go nice and slow. I'm having my hand on my pelvis. Hey, you're gonna wipe off all my sweat. I'm keeping my pelvis where it is and making sure all the work is coming from my hip. That burns a whole lot more. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. One more thing here, and then we're switching sides, doing the same thing, and then we're done. All right, last thing, we're reaching that leg, lifting up. We're gonna do small circles in one direction, then small circles in the other. You ready? Let's go. Straighten that leg, lift up, small circles up and back. Hey, you. Ooh. What is this? Oh, you okay? Hi. Hi. All right, 5 more seconds here, and then we're going to switch the directions. Oh my gosh, my hip is burning. I'm sure yours is. Let's switch directions. Ooh, it's on fire. Hey, you. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that in. Oh, you can rub that out on the side of your hip. Oh, that did not feel good. All right, switching to the other side so you can move your pillow. But again, first thing we're starting with is the arm. So bring the elbow right underneath, bend both legs. We're gonna lift up, reach that arm over, and come back down. Lift up and over, come back down. Let's go. You can breathe in as you go up, exhale as you come down, really keeping that belly button drawn in. I'm going to be sore and tired after this, but it feels so good to exercise. You know, there's so many benefits of exercise. It actually gives you more energy. It increases your mood, which is so important with the amount of women who have postpartum depression and anxiety. Exercise can make such a big difference. All right, grab that pillow. Let's lie down. You know exactly what's coming. Bend the bottom leg, straighten out the top leg. I'm just gonna scoot a little forward, straighten out the top leg, and we're gonna reach up and come back down. And of course, she's gonna make this harder for me by adding weight as if it wasn't already hard. Key thing is look down at your leg and make sure it's not forward. You really want it to be back, almost like behind the hip, in order to really target that glute, that booty muscle. A lot of moms trying to increase the tone of that booty muscle. You know, mommy butt's a real thing. We lose our butt tone. And so it's important to really start building that back up again. Okay, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, bring that in. You can rub the side of your hip. All right, last thing, and then we're gonna stretch, are the circles. You ready? Take one more breather. Okay, bend that bottom leg, lift up that top leg, small circles up and back. Again, make sure that pelvis is staying still. Keep that belly button drawn in towards the spine. It's crazy how such a little motion really, really burns. If you're having a hard time stabilizing, you're sort of moving all around, you can take that top hand and just gently press it into the bottom thigh. That's really gonna help that core engage. Let's switch directions. And I'm gonna do that because I'm fatigued and I need that extra help right now. Whew. And we got 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Okay. Let's just turn onto our back. We're gonna do a quick figure 4 stretch. Cross the left leg over the right. Bring that right leg towards you. Take your left hand, gently press that knee away and pull that right thigh towards you. And breathe. You guys, if you followed along with me, that was a hard workout, but you guys did so well. Great job. I hope you're really proud of yourself, even for just showing up. That's a really hard thing to do as a mom. Showing up is so hard because you have so many other things that are fighting for your time. So I'm really proud of you for being here. Let's switch the legs. Hey, what happened? You ready? You ready? Okay. Let's take some deep breaths in. 2 more breaths. And that's it. All right, great job, moms. Huh? If you enjoyed this, please go ahead and subscribe and then hit that little bell so that you get a notification for the next time that we do videos. We are going to be producing a lot of content coming up. And make sure to like this video too. Thank you so much, moms. Bye.